Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So, what do you think? Did I offend Narayan Raj yesterday for all that? I guess not. No. Maybe he's happy with this preaching. Now that he's on the other side, he can see maybe how important this is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, it's the opposite. The devotees are stuck in offenses. That's why they can't chant in ecstasy. They don't know what they are. Everybody, until you listen to a person who chants and has made it to Vrindavan, you don't know, and everybody's bewildered, And the proof is in the pudding. Who can chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion, like the book says? That's the path. They're the path. What they say and ascertain is the way and the truth and this life, this bliss, this ecstasy that no one can imitate. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So fantastic, isn't it, Lalita and River? Isn't this wonderful? This is the life. This is the life of Riley, chanting and feeling God's closeness with it. No fig leaf. Get rid of that thing. Hare Krishna. I want skin to skin, transcendental skin to transcendental skin. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Lifting the Govardhan Hill pastime, everybody. A lot of people don't believe in Krishna because of that, because it's like, oh, come on, who can lift a hill up 22 miles? So people don't know the purpose of the scriptures. They think it's literal. Well, maybe it was. But the main important thing, that more important than lifting a 22-mile hill up, more important than that is understanding the meaning of that verse. More important. Because he could lift that hill up and they could be protected from the rain and all that stuff, the material stuff, right? The rain of Galindra and all that. And still you don't know the meaning of the pastime. You don't know the meaning of what it's trying to convey. Okay? But if you know the meaning, then you can understand. Okay? So the meaning is, and this is all revealed to devotees' hearts that are purified by ecstatic worship. There's no other way to ascertain this. See? Like this one lady, I'll get to it in a second. I got to beat around the bush a little bit. There's this one devotee, from a long time, she's always making comments now. I think her name's Carolina or something. You probably know her. Yeah, Carolina, yeah. So I get good preaching material from her stuff, She says, I'm into my opinion now, because these you're supposed to accept all that stuff, and all that made me was miserable. They're like tyrants, the ISKCON leaders and all that stuff. You can't have your own opinion. See, so people go the opposite. See, so that because the opinions of the materially motivated religious leaders, it's oppression. It just comes with the territory. That's why Krishna says, abandon all varieties of religion, surrender to me. That's what we teach, how to surrender to Krishna here, what that means. Yeah. So she said, I got my own opinion. I don't listen to them, and all this. I said, so I said, well, it's not about your opinion or the opinion of motivated religionists, ISKCON leaders, or all of them. They all have motivated, but their hearts are not purified yet. So they're going to have some motives and some unclarity. Some oppression's going to be there, um, some desire for control, for to be superior, all these false ego. So it's going to be there. It's religion. So sometimes a rare person whose heart's purified with prema comes along, and they ascertain the real opinion of Krishna as it is, like Prabhupada and like all these. Their hearts are purified by ecstatic worship. So the way you get out of that, my opinion and the opinion, you lose faith basically in Krishna's opinion because people aren't representing Krishna's opinion. Krishna's opinion is supposed to lift you up. Krishna's opinion is supposed to liberate you. That's why the books are here. But people, unless their hearts are purified, see, they cannot see that opinion. See, that's why this bhakti is what purifies the heart. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. You see God. When you see God, you're liberated. When you see God in the scripture as it is, you're liberated. See? So that's why you have to listen to the real line, the real devotee who's ascertained the real opinion of Krishna. And they present that to you and liberate you. Also, like them. You become like them. You get purified, and then you get also that same bhakti that devotee has. You're born of the word, their word, not the word of these hypocritical leaders. And they can't help it because they're still under the whammy, But whoever will listen to a person can understand, like we hear, Uttamadikara means you can present the real philosophy of Krishna consciousness in such a way that people can understand it and see its benefits, and then take shelter of it. Because people should have enough experience in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Ma to see, and the Radhakund Babaji's, to see you haven't gotten the real opinion yet, because you don't have the shelter that people have here. See, that's the bottom line. Proof is in the pudding. That's why I can speak like this, because we have results. We have this is a result of preaching Krishna's real opinion as people become ecstatic. That means Gaur Hari Das has impressed Radharani, which is not easy to do. See, Radha is that devotion in the heart. See? It's not easy to impress her. To get in, So that's how you know who's the King Arthur, who's taken the sword out of the stone. Who the stone is the Bhagavatam. It's a stone, but who can take that sword out and use it to cut away all illusions? See, that's the king. See, that's the real Vaishnava, the real devotee. Okay? So the Lord uses them as a flute to liberate people. He appears, see, because of their ecstatic worship and purify. See, that's why you guys are getting it. You see how your hearts are getting purified, how you're becoming more and more attracted to the transcendental Lord. And you see how far back these others who are not doing that. They're in the back caboose, but they could come forward. But they got to come forward, and they have to see that this is really true, this stuff. We're not lying. We're not exaggerating. We've got the real truth. And whoever listens to this, you'll know for yourself. You'll get out of oppression and tyranny. Otherwise, even the religion is getting more tyrannical also, because they're being influenced by the Maya also. They cannot help it. But if they want out, they can come here. Otherwise, I don't see any way to really get out of this. So, lifting the pastimes of Govardhan. See, the hill, it represents Krishna, lifts the pastimes. See, lifts up into the mind. See? So that's Krishna. See, he lifts the real pastimes of the Lord. And that's what gives us the shelter. See, all the intimate pastimes, see, the Goswamis wrote this stuff. All the intimate pastimes of Krishna happened on that hill of Govardhan. See, that's why, even Radhakund is right there, all around Govardhan, everything. See, so Krishna lifts that up, and that made the pastimes of Krishna that happened on Govardhan protect us, and it does. And that's when you hear from those who are attracted. See, like Lalita now, she's reading Govinda Lilamrita regularly, right? See, she's lifting up those pastimes. See, and just it's like you're like Krishna now. Now you're an empowered version of Krishna. You lift up those pastimes, see, and give shelter to the devotees. See, they're looking, they like to hear, like that shelter. See? So that's the meaning. If you understand that meaning, then you understand better than Krishna lifting up a physical hill and just, okay, well, what is that? It's just like, Moses parting the sea, God parting the sea. You don't know what the meaning of that is in the Moses time. So people think, oh, God parted the sea. And then they still didn't get over the Maya because they didn't understand the meaning of that. They didn't understand the meaning of Moses throwing down the stick in the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh's throwing down their stick, and then Moses' stick gobbling up that other snake. They don't understand. They think, oh, it's just the mystical thing. No, this is Krishna. It's the real truth. Gobbles up the snake of Maya, just like that medical symbol. Gobbles it up. So people coming here are the most fortunate persons in the world. Hey, starting with me, that's what I feel. So, and I see the good fortune all over your faces, man. So the most intelligent that the Lord, see, Krishna's the intelligence in the man. He'll give you the intelligence. If you do, I'm just going to go on I love preaching truth, man. Gives me the greatest happiness. I love impressing Radha. You got to impress the girl, isn't it? It's all about the girl, man. You got to get the girl. Got to give her flowers. Hey, otherwise, you won't be impressed, man. Got to get flowers every day, Roses. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. You think it's just by chance that Prabhupada came? By chance at this time? You think it's just by chance that he wrote all those books? You think it's just by chance Kushakrata was sitting down in his room with cockroaches running all over, and he's translating day and night, almost 22 hours a day, man. All these books of the Goswamis. It's all that's for us, to do our work here. And man, is it fantastic work. It's fun too. Yeah. See, this time, man, you see? It's just like there's big ignorance coming. It has to be big truth to overcome it. See, all the lies. See, the lies are out there, right? Even people in the mode of goodness can say, what is going on? There's so many lies being passed. Everything is a lie, right? Everything's inverted. Can you imagine? Everything that's coming out of the mouths and pot is the opposite. It's just complete lie, So how do you overcome that? With complete truth. See, the complete lie has to be that's why the demigods can't completely overcome it, because it needs the complete truth. This is what we're doing. This is why we got the real weapon, man. Complete truth. Okay? This overcomes all illusion on all levels, even the religious oppression. In ISKCON and all of the groups, they're all oppressed. Until your guru has ecstatic love of God, there's going to be some bewilderment, some oppression. They can't help you very well. Yeah, only the purified heart from this kind of bhakti can really help people. So the meaning of lifting Govardhan Hill is like what we do here every day. We lift the name. That's Govardhan. We lift the pastimes. See, we're lifting them up. You notice they come out of the mouth, lifting them up. See, and this lifts Krishna. See, it lifts the devotee up. You notice the devotee, the devotion starts to come up. See, and it's under the hill. See, you notice we're under the pastime. I'm not just saying Radhe Radhe only. Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Krishna. See, the name Krishna. You cannot. The name Krishna is what Radha is always. She's very attracted to the name Krishna. Otherwise, she won't be lifted up. So you won't be under the. You got to be under the hill. So both simultaneously, the hill is lifted, and the devotees remain under that shelter. What other shelter do you need? Do you need the shelter, the speculation of demigods? Do you need the shelter of the demons who are lying to you? That's not very good shelter. That's why people are weak. They're doing bad things that destroy their bodies. Literally, physical bodies, putting masks on and then walking down the sun, driving, and you get barely enough air in the car. They got their windows all rolled up, with the air conditioning or whatever, or just rolled up, and they're just breathing through that. You think that's true? You think that is really a good thing? See? So this clears the air completely on all levels. Yeah, because even the demons, will not be dissatisfied when they find something better. If you could show them something better, because they're, show everybody. We're here to show everybody there's something better. Show religion, show the Gaudiya Smriti something better. Gaudiya Mas something better. The Radha Kumbha something better. This is increasing. Our knowledge is increasing because our bhakti is increasing, right? if you haven't even reached the level of bhakti, that you're just trying to row across the ocean of Maya in a rowboat. We got this speedboat going across, skimming the water. It's going so fast. People will notice. They're already noticing. Why? That's why we're up to this. It was 25 years before it broke. So that's the meaning, Evo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. I may run out of internet tonight again. So if I do, we'll just, actually, I might have some extra, maybe. If not, we'll continue on later on in the morning. We'll try and make a condensed thing of this. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. So Lord Chaitanya and his devotees, they just relished this so much, that's what they did. They just loved to chant about Krishna's name, do kirtan, get together and discuss Krishna's pastimes. Yeah, that was their their happiness. John Garrett says, I was telling Lalita, I'm being purified. We all require it and must go through the purging. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. And that's what's getting clear. And that'll help the devotees understand they need to go through this. That's the only, the reason why the Vaishnavas in ISKCON and Gaudiya Smriti too, also, even though they think they're Raganuga Bhaktas, they still can't come up to it because they need this kind of purification. Okay? Without the purging, without the exhorting, you just stay on the neophyte platform. It doesn't matter how much you say Raga, and the same thing with Narayan Raj. I'm only trying to help them. They're just so infatuated by, putting some, people up on a high platform that don't actually show the symptoms, of deliverance. So be it as it is. Okay, you were helped by whatever guru you are, even Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I can see why he did. That's why you see Narayan Raj did. I was initiated by Narayan. I was initiated by Tamal Krishna. I was initiated by Radhakund Babaji's. Who came to me? Prabhupada. Because I always knew, in my heart, I always knew he was in. Everybody preached against him, even in the Ryan Raj group, subtly against promoting themselves. Always. I saw it. I could smell a rat. Even though they say, oh, yeah, Prabhupada is my Shiksha Guru. But it was always the little subtle underlying thing. And they can't help it. It's very rare to find a person like Prabhupada or Bhaktisiddhanta or any heart that is purified by the same bhakti that they had. Very rare. So it's not to fault anybody. It just is what it is. The bottom line is, do you want this ecstatic prema? Because even Narayan Raj was teaching about this. He was teaching need greed. Okay, he was saying that you need greed. Okay, well, here's your test, man. Here's the test that you will sacrifice everything for Vrindavan. You'll sacrifice that being holding to the opinion, I'm going to go to my death, believing in many lifetimes before I'll get this prema. See, this is your test. Will you give up even that misconception? Because when prema is here and prema is given the order to be preached, I got the order, man. Just like Nityananda, therefore it was so. When you give up, because Vrindavan is close to everyone here, so close. Okay? If you give up all your attachments to things that don't work, you can get what does work. That's it. So I just convince you in your mind. There's no false renunciation of even that. The whole point is to hear a more logical, a more clear, a more ecstatic explanation of Krishna consciousness that's better than anything. Because that's proof. That's the devotee Bhagavat. See, when you're ready to deliver, the best devotee comes to you. The best shows you they're the best. Not a false ego thing. Krishna shows you. Krishna says, I choose this person. I'm going to show you they have the best intimacy with me. They have the best ecstasy with me. See? The best communication with me. The best knowledge of me. The best logical presentation of who I am and what I am on this planet. Better than anybody. Better than any Christian. That is the one I'm working through. And if you can ascertain this, you can become a Lalita Ganga, a Johan, a Govinda, a Janaki, and so many others, a river. Look at what, because they're ascertaining this is the best. That's why I'm here. I consider this the best. I would be somewhere else. If there was something better, I'd be somewhere else. So why shouldn't I just, glorify the best? I can't do this on my own. I can't help it that Krishna is using this fool. I just don't ask any questions. Just do it, Lord. Use me. Yeah, go ahead. Deliver the world, whatever. I'm tired of looking at an unhappy face. I got to walk down the street. I want to see people smiling. He does too. He's tired of looking at unhappy faces because people believe in his dark shadow. Nobody's presenting the real light in this world beyond even Brahman. See, the brighter than Brahman. Brahman is a bewilderment still. You don't see the true face of God. They don't believe in a face of God. They believe he's only energy, that effulgence. See, that's why it's the conception that is the real light. The word. The word that doesn't disappear. Jesus had it. He said, man, heaven and earth will disappear, but my word will endure forever. See, that's conclusive truth. Yeah. That's that's the way it is, man. I'm telling you, man, this is lifting over. Aren't we lifting over downhill? The true conception of the absolute truth is the shelter. The reason ISKCON doesn't have it, they don't have the truth. They're mixing, liberated and non-liberated. Yeah, you're right. You're worshiping Prabhupada. You appreciate his books, but you're worshiping people who are not on that stature, on the same level. That's mixing. That is inconclusive, and that's why you can't get off into the ecstatic platform. You cannot worship the mundane and the spirit at the same time. It's hypocritical. You have not ascertained what is spiritual and what is material yet. You need to do that. That's why I don't sit here and chant all day in ecstasy. I have to also preach this. Otherwise, people are misdirected. They say, no, it's the same. Or actually, it's less. You're less, man. You see, they take the lie and they put it against the truth. Okay, it's war. You see my war paint on? I declared war on misconception. Clean the ears out and put the new, exactly. Get the new wine skin. Absolutely. Empty out that wine. It'll burst, man. It does, Come here, we'll burst it and give you a new wine skin to boot. Everything. Give you the new wine skin, man. It's already there. We just got to activate it, man. And then the old wine skin starts to molt, starts to get, kind of just because we're feeding Krishna finally, man. The food that he wants to hear. He lives on conclusive truth and ecstatic love. Radha and Krishna, they like, they need to be activated in you. There's only one way, the only way, not just chanting the name with offenses because you don't know what is actually spiritual, then you're still you're in offensive chanting. You can't get onto the ecstatic change. Just simply come to ecstatic devotees. We've got Krishna here. Get the emanation, man, and get the knowledge, the direction, be redirected into the right channel, man, and go right through into Vrindavan. What good is you being misdirected for your whole lives, in people who have not realized Krishna, realized Vrindavan. They don't have the bhav of Vrindavan. Tears aren't pouring out of their eyes and snot coming out of their nose. Just like Lord Chaitanya. In other words, the Lord hasn't chosen that vessel to express the snot. Therefore, it's not the way. These other ways. You have to go the way, don't go. All this religious way is not the way. You got to go the snot way. Hey, I'm not lying. You can see it right in the book. Sridhar, this poor, the Lord was, because of the kind of ecstasy you see here, he's blowing his nose constantly. There's a lot of meaning in this, man. People don't believe it. This is true. This is because you can imitate maybe some other sin, put chili in your eyes and cry. But how do you imitate the snot coming out of your mucus, man? That's like, you can't imitate having a cold. It has to be spontaneous snotting. See, that's because the eyes are filled with ecstasies and it just purifies the body and naturally. That's why I never get a cold practically. This whole corona thing just got recently, because all the shit they're dying. I noticed they started dumping a lot of stuff in the up there from up there, and then everybody started getting sick here. They're all like lining up in the thing. I was like watching the chemtrails. But who knows what they dump, It's the demons, man. That's what they do. And I got a little sick. I didn't take nothing for it. And boom, gone in a few days. A week, I think it was. Okay? I trust God. I trust my immune system. People they don't trust God. Therefore, and that includes devotees. Therefore, they believe in They believe it. See, they trust the God's shadow, and that includes religion. I went to an ISKCON temple in Utah. They're all masked and all distancing. They're all in fear. They shut down also for a long time. Shut down the worship. See, because they believe in the shadow. That can't add anything to me. I went there and I didn't even have lunch. I went. I said I'd rather have Janaki cook my lunch. I don't like to have my lunch cooked by people in fear. Do you? To me, this is lunch. I never felt good eating in those temples. I don't know why. It just never felt good. Yeah. See, this is how much, we're here. That's why so much truth and so much ecstasy is here. There's a lot to purify. And we'll do it one by one. The Lord keeps sending, the ones here He wants to get purged and all that, so we can handle it. But each person adds to the army, man. It's like in the Battle of Kurukshetra, they had the Maharathis. One person could conquer like a one Akshohini of soldiers. That's what the kind of people we're making here. One devotee can influence so many others, because you've got the real truth here. And you're becoming like a solid tree in it, which is not easy in this Maya. This Maya is everywhere from every direction. It's not easy to get strong in it, but it is, you stay. That's why you stay in the circle. This Sadhu Sangha here is just like Nityananda drawing. See, Nityananda represents the original guru. He told Sita, stay in that circle and you all will be well. Don't listen to the sirens out there to try to get you out. See? Otherwise, they get you out and then you get bewildered. See? You listen to them. See, it's all who you listen to. See, because I'm speaking and they're speaking too. You notice out there outside the circle, they're speaking. ISKCON speaking, Gaudiya Smiti speaking, the worldly people speaking, your mother is speaking. Who are you going to believe? You believe, spirit? Okay, so Nityananda said, stay inside. So your bhakti, see, Sita, again, the story. What does the story represent? Some external drawing of a circle? No, this Sadhu Sangha, man. Sadhu Sangha, stay in that circle, and your bhakti will grow. You see, Sita was pulled out. See, that's the little baby bhaktis that we make here. They're pulled out, they're uprooted. Their bhakti is uprooted by offensive people they believe in. Hey, man, if anybody ain't chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy, don't listen to them. Really. That's what the Lord taught. They're mundane still. The Lord said, hey, Raghunath, just follow this instruction when you go back to your family life. Just don't listen to what anybody says, because they're all just speaking the Maya. Yeah, go nod your head and all that. But why, the person's just looking at their own Maya. Illusion. You're looking at truth, right? Isn't that what we do here? Isn't that what you start to get? You start to get unconditioned, and then you start to get reconditioned. See, you recondition an old car and it becomes beautiful. You ever see some of these old classics who've been reconditioned? They're beautiful. That's us. We're being reconditioned. And you look at the people, they still see the old car, but it looks classic. It's a classic. It's very more valuable now. More valuable than a new car. These old classics are better than the new cars coming out. You notice that? That's the way it is with us. See? Lalita Ganga is a classic, man. She's been reconditioned. River's a classic. See? They're classics, man. Very valuable. Very valuable to us. I like classics. I always liked reconditioned cars with all good stuff inside. All new, brand new internals. See, it's all in under the hood. Got superchargers and all that. Like a tree, it just wants to grow. Oh, John Garrett, he's really got some good realizations, man. Where did he come from? Where are you from there, John? What country? It was just to grow. Some seasons are hard and the tree struggles. We just want, yeah. And you know what? Those seasons become like Vrindavan season, just like in the scriptures in there. Every season is spring. Even the summer seasons is spring. The winter seasons is spring. See, because bhakti springs from us. That's the eternal spring. Eternal, eternal. See, the externals, what? The weather is coming and going, all this, but we have the eternal. See, eternal spring. See, that's the way Vrindavan was in all seasons. It was pleasant. It was still getting hot there. It was pleasant because of Krishna. They had a relationship with Krishna, just like for us. For God's sake, wake up, world. Wake up and see the glory here that we got. Not that I'm only the only glory I got as a person here is to have this Lord living with me because he's the truly glorious one. And he makes his devotee because he says, hey man, without you, I can't show my glory in the world. My glory ain't shown. I need to show it through my instrument. I have to have a flute to play in this world, to show a flute's playing, in this world so people can see how glorious it is to have this relationship with my transcendental form and not my Mayic form, this dark, stuff with represented through the politicians and through the mundane society, the television being told a vision by my Maya. That's all the Lord. He's doing all of that by his shadow work. But he doesn't even look. He shows the example. He doesn't. He just glanced at it and starts working. He's not looking at it anymore. The devotees, I'm just here to say, look at Krishna, man. Look at Radha, man. Look at the vibration of the devotees, man. Hear their Harikatha, chant with them, stay in this circle of influence and watch your bhakti, that Sita, grow in you. Hey, stronger, stronger, stronger. Then if you step outside that circle, your step is powerful, man. And it literally, it purifies the, like that Brahmin that came to get in the circle. It was Ravana, the hypocritically devout. See, now I step out of the circle, no problem. I step out to preach. I'm stepping out now in this way. We're on Facebook, right? People listen to this stuff, man. I'm stepping out. I'm confronting you persons in ISKCON and Gaudius, meaning God. This is stepping out of the circle, man. I can do it. I powered up. I've been in Vrindavan long enough to now we can do some battle, man. You got a worthy, what do you call adversary? Yeah. Shiva. Great Shiva, powerful demigod, almost like Krishna. Sankachyuta was a demon. But, this demon was from Vrindavan. Cowherd boy. Sridham. And Shiva says, I want to do battle with you. Sankachyuta, in this, he took birth here. He's cursed by Radharani. He says, do battle with me? I'm just a human being. You're Lord Shiva. And the Shiva started laughing. He says, oh, really? You're a cowherd. You're actually a cowherd boy. No, you're a perfectly worthy adversary. I want to do battle with you. Okay? That's the kind of stature of persons you're dealing with here. World, ISKCON, Gaudiya Smriti, still under the influence of certain things. We're here to do battle with you because we're from Vrindavan, the real one. Not the Putana one. That's what's going on. That's why the Lord he uses his Vrindavan devotees to preach real truth in this world, so that Govardhan can be lifted and people be protected. Let everybody be protected. That's Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga, man, rare one. Let everybody be protected by the pastimes of Krishna. Come in the real line, man. Hear the real knowledge, the knowledge that you can be confident in. The real store of wealth is right here, man. Isn't it? Do you see every day the store of wealth? Krishna is a store of wealth, better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is good, man. I like, the sovereignty of Bitcoin. The governments hate it. Well, some governments like it because they know that's value, but a lot of governments hate it because they're losing control. That's how it is with the devotees. See, I'm sovereign, man, in Krishna. I'm in the pastimes. I'm in the name. That name gives great authority, gives great power, gives great happiness. It's a store of wealth for me, the greatest. It was a store of wealth for Sanatana Goswami. He said, all glories to the holy name. It's my store of wealth. It's freed me from doing hard sadhanas and all this deity worship I have to do, at every clockwork, everything regulated and all that. It's a job. That's a job, this stuff out there. Sadhanas are hard to make advancement. This is so easy, man. All glories to chanting and ecstasy. Man, you please Krishna a zillion times better than following a zillion rules. Oh my God, the person took the fig leaf off, man. Now, just by being skin to skin, transcendental soul to supreme soul, man, everything is accomplished effortlessly. See how Radharani's impressed, you can tell. See, she likes conclusive truth. She says, a long time I haven't heard any. I've just heard bullshit from these motivated religionists. I just stay asleep there. I just stay massaging the feet of my sleeping Lord. That's all she does. She's sitting there at the feet of Vishnu, massaging his feet, and Lord, I know you're sleeping. Nobody's waking you up. So I'll just sit here and massage your feet. John Garrett is the lance. Oh, John Garrett is back. Oh, my goodness. Are you back? Oh, that's good. They say these are all lessons. See? Krishna doesn't give you his darshan for no reason. He just wanted to give you some lessons, probably. Stay in the circle of influence and all will be well. I mean, look where we are. You saw where we were before, and look where we are now. Huh? See, we just keep going up. It's like we're going up the mountain, man, and we have a lift. See, you have a lift up the mountain instead of people struggling trying to go up the mountain. Oh, it's so low. Get up to the top of the Govardhan and Krishna. And by my own strength, I got to go through an artan of ritis and the big sadhanas and, chanting. And it's such as, here we're sitting in a chair, man, and Krishna's just pulling us up, man. You ever see those people just being lifted up, man, just sitting down? That's how it is, man. Come here, man. You'll be lifted up to the mountain of Vrindavan. You'll be on Govardhan. Boy, I didn't get anywhere today, right? Maybe we did, huh? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Some more Prabodhanandana Saraswati here. Okay, I think I have that up. Here we go.
It's lovely when you explain all those things, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, thank you. Glorification of Lord Chaitanya's devotees. The splendid path of pure devotional service which bewildered the great sages of the past, which material intelligence has no power to enter, which Shukadev Goswami was not able to understand, and which merciful Lord Krishna never revealed to his closest friend, is the place where the dear devotees of Lord Gaur happily enjoy pastimes. Have you noticed? This is like that. See? This is like that. You see the extraordinariness of what's going on here, because that's the book, and this is the living it. This is the living book. It needs to be a living book. That's why the devotee had to come here. The devotees had to come here, and the Lord had to come here as a devotee. See, because it takes the Lord and the devotees to create a pastime. See, it takes a conclusive truth and devotion to create the pastime. See, it's the canvas and the paint. See, like Rukmini and Lord Chaitanya showed the example. he was drawing on the letter from the on the, of that Rukmini wrote to Krishna on the ground, and his tears were the ink for the pen. See that devotion. I gotta keep impressing this lady here, otherwise she's not impressed, man. She's Radha's high standard, man. See, the tear or the ink. See, and the pastime is the conclusive understanding. See, Rukmini had the conclusion. She says, only you. I've been somehow or other attracted to your pastimes, man. And then my heart was set on you. That is conclusive. That is the path. Set on your pastimes, your real qualities. See, living Krishna was here, a living Krishna, and she heard about him. See, from real devotees, whoever devotees. She never saw Krishna, but she heard about him. See, you approach by hearing. See, so the ink, Radha in the heart is awake. Oh, the tears become ink. See, Radha and Krishna always have to be together. See? No, who knows these? Only a heart purified by real bhakti. That's proof, man. Come on, world, wake up. I was sitting in the Narayan Raj group bored, man, because I didn't hear these kinds of realizations. And matter of fact, he said I couldn't even ask a good question. Talk about kind of, come on, man, wake up. That's the Putana obstacle there. It looks like the real devotee. Fools everybody, right? Fools practically everybody. And I was a little bit like, no, I don't know. He's saying that, saying all these things. They're all saying, oh, he's a great, But there was something not right. I saw this competition in his spirit. See, even though he was saying, oh, Swami, he's my Shiksha guru, but he was doing all the Shiksha. And so anyway, he is what he is. That just showed me how special this bhakti is. And if anybody else starts to realize it, you're liberated, man. You'll be as liberated as this fool and others coming here. Otherwise not. You'll just be in the false ego. He didn't liberate. I didn't see anybody really get any real liberation. To me, liberation in this age is only by becoming an associate of Lord Chaitanya. That is what the scriptures say, only by associate of Lord Chaitanya. That wasn't there. Nobody I saw was an associate of Lord Chaitanya. Radhakund Babaji, same thing. All I heard was preaching, well, Bhakti Siddhanta he wore orange, so therefore he's not bona fide. I thought, boy, that's really external. Can you imagine? And then I heard Narayan Raj saying, actually, I was the first disciple of Swamiji. I'm thinking, my God, that's really external. Why are you not wearing neck beads? Boy, that's really external. I mean, I had only one strand in neck beads. And then his one of his greatest devotees who were with him for 20 years, who became a guru after he disappeared, saying the same thing to me. Why are you not wearing neck beads? And he started chastising really heavy, like that was a big friggin' thing. And I'm thinking, boy, that's really external. They're preaching like Lord Chaitanya did when he was preaching, when he started his pastimes. They still believe that. You know the attitude when the Lord started preaching, oh, you need to have tilak on and everything. You know what Gadadhar said? Boy, the Lord really changed his mood. He was so relaxed before. Now he's this tyrant. Oh, go home and put the tilak on right. They didn't really accept it. They thought, well, he's changed his mood, man. Oh, your head looks like a crematorium if you don't have tilak on. Well, yes, and it depends on the devotee. Like if you have ecstatic devotion, man, your cheeks are raised up, man. What does it matter? Better to look at a person in ecstatic worship than that doesn't have tilak on, than worship and looking at a devotee that has all the tilak markings and the dhotis and everything, but no ecstasy, right? I mean, that's the way I think. Isn't that more logical? So whether you have the tilak on or not, do you have the ecstasy of love of Krishna? Can we see it? Can you demonstrate it? Can we see that you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion there? Hey, how about you, Prem Parojana? How about you, Jaipataka? How about you, Radhanath? Can we see that when you chant the holy name that you're as ecstatic as Lalita Ganga, my disciple? Or somebody else here, like River, in ecstasy? Can you show us? I think that's a fair question. Because you say you represent Vrindavan, people are worshiping you guys. So, I mean, does anybody want to know the truth, to be set free by the truth? Only a devotee, according to Prabhupada's books, only a devotee who is in the ecstasy of Vrindavan can deliver you. It's not by sadhana bhakti. It's not by regulative devotional service. It's not by pious deeds. It's not by renunciation. It's not by austerity that they all teach in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Samiti. It's not by that way that you attain Krishna Vrindavan. It's through the devotees who chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion. Oh, like here? No wonder. I was wondering why I'm saying these things, why we're doing this. Because it's so conclusive according to the Prabhupada's books. It's through this Sangha of these devotees who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Really, how come Meena doesn't know this, John Garrett? Or what was your, I forgot your name. It's been so long. Yeah,
Lens.
how come she doesn't know this? Why did she leave this circle? See? Anyway, she'll probably come back. She's done this a few times. Mina's done a lot of service. She helped me out a lot. She has a good heart. What? I got to have the standard. We got to preach the standard, right? As soon as you leave the associate, and when you get this kind, especially when you get this assigned association, as soon as you leave the ecstatic devotion of the association with the ecstatic devotees, you just stopped your progress from this level. Okay, fine. If you're Vaidhi Bhakti, you don't have this associate. Maybe you're snailing along a little bit. That's why it takes many lifetimes. Hey, but once you get this, so you go out of this circle, you just stopped. Dry seasons, yeah. Just remember, the Lord looks through the eyes of his devotees. He's looking at everything, checking everything out. Spying on Lord Ram went and spied on the kingdom, Just like I was acting as the Lord's spy, double agent. Prabhupada sent me here and there and everywhere. Okay. Was I? Are you guys still there?
We're still here. We hear you and we see you.
Okay. Oops. Wrong thing. Oh, I never got to the. What happened to the? Oh, I see. I see. Well, okay. I didn't need this here. Hare Krishna. So, talk of impersonal liberation will not become bitter. The shackles of blind adherence to social and Vedic convention will not become loosened. See, it won't become bitter, these things. The shackles of, blind, you see the confirmation for what I preach? Blind adherence to social convention and regular, how does he put it here? Social and Vedic convention. See, this is why Bhaktivinoda said you must meet the unconventional preceptor. You're not going to get any more unconventional than our preaching here, wouldn't you say? See, it's not by the conventions. Come on, how long are you going to be? Religion has always been here, very conventional, very traditional, right? Tradition is okay, but can you go deeper than just the traditions, that were set forward, from the past? Can you move things forward? Can you do a new thing in God? Well, that's what the Lord wants to do. So blind adherence to social and Vedic convention, that's where most devotees are. They just accept, well, we're just here because the authorities are preaching whatever they're preaching, stay under this, but they can't take the yoke off you, the weight of this blind adherence. See, you're still blind, right? See, you got blind leaders still. You can't get the blindness out. The leaders can't get the blindness out, and neither can their followers. Blind adherence to social and Vedic convention. Okay. See, it will not become loosened. See, until you, well, let's read the rest of the verse. And the tumultuous debate of Vedic scholars on the merits of various useless spiritual paths will continue as long as a devotee. See, what other path is more valuable than the mercy of Lord Caitanya? Everything else is ludicrous now. To follow anything. And people are debating, no, this is the right way. This is the right way. The GBC also, they just always have the debate. The Ritviks are debating, right? The Ritviks debate. The living gurus are debating. People who leave that and then they go in other paths, useless paths, compared to they're people just looking for the real mercy. If you consider yourself were attracted at some time by Krishna and Krishna's path or Prabhupada, if you came here, you would get the real deal. You would get the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and then there'd be no debate. You'll be out preaching like everybody else, getting this mercy. This is the only path, man, is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and that's here, and it's not there in ISKCON yet. It's not in Gaudiya Meetup. The mercy is where the mercy is. Where are the tears and the snot and all of the ecstasy and the laughter and the joy of Vrindavan? Oh, I don't know. This is the only place I've seen it. Everything else is Vedic convention, man. That's how we loosen it, by showing the truth, man. Look at this. You guys in Gaudiya mean the same thing. Vedic conventions, all in the name of Raganuga. They just talk about the conjugal, but there's no conjugal. There's no freedom in it. They don't see the freedom of Vrindavan. It's all, all this bang, 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 and following this, and the heart's still not purified. Pride. Oh, yeah, pride is purebhakti.com, where proudly we have this. Yeah, but they don't have this. See, all this stuff will only loosen when you have a devotee who's a bumblebee at the feet of Lord Caitanya and his pastimes and his name and Radha and Krishna's name and pastimes. You'll get the right redirected. Oh, wow, I don't have to do many lifetimes following the philosophy of Narayan Raj. I can just come here and get Vrindavan. Yes, come here and we'll convince you. I'll convince you this knowledge is better than that, because this knowledge works. It's good for everybody. Simple food service worker can come here and a sannyasi can come here, and they'll both be benefited in the greatest way. They'll get the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Are we still coming through there? Yeah, okay.
Everything perfect.
You're listening. She listens so intensely that you can't even see any movement. It's like I wonder if I'm frozen or something. See, that's the secret, man. See, that's why Prabhupada said or Bhakti Siddhanta said, Prabhupada used to listen like Lalita there. And he said he's going to be a great speaker because he really listens well. All the others are, like, when is this lecture going to be over? Kind of like Karuna, like, what's he always saying? Yeah. Who is like a bumblebee drinking the nectar of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, doesn't appear before the eyes. So you got to see somebody drinking this nectar, man. Because otherwise, these other things go on. You see, you got the Vedic conventions, and literally they're like conventions. They get together and have a Sunday feast, like going to a convention. Conventions are usually external. Let's go to a Sunday feast and go to the convention. See, a lot of conventions, you got all the ceremonies there and everything. You got to go to the unconvention. Come here, you'll be in the unconvention. We unwind the convention. See, bumblebees. See, we teach the path that the verse is saying, right? You see, bumblebees. Bzzz. Watch out for the stingers. See, as long as you don't act aggressively, then the stinger doesn't come out. You ever see those who grab it? I used to hold the bumblebee. It was no problem. You hold them nicely and let them walk. They don't feel like threatened. But as soon as you go, you aggressive, stinger comes out. We've stung a few here. That's for the benefit. See, this stinger counteracts the poison of the world. Yeah. See, a bumblebee at the lotus feet. Let's see, tasting the nectar. See, this nectar. The bottom line is, can we see people drinking this nectar of Krishna, his name, right? And Lord Chaitanya and the pastimes. Can we see somebody drinking the nectar? That's the only thing that should impress anybody looking for the real path. That person knows the path, nobody else. You know how simple it is? See, and you see how complicated it gets to find the real path when you're in your own speculation or the speculation of real leaders who are not realized yet. See, everybody is unclear, but you see how clear everything gets so easily here? Why? Because we have a window washer. Bhakti is a window washer. She washes, cleans the scales off the eyes, and then you look at the book and that's what it's saying. How come they don't understand? Everybody's being misdirected till you meet the devotee who can see what's really in the book as it is. What is the conclusive truth? And you listen to that. So, say, where is renunciation? Where is tranquil indifference to the temptations of sense pleasure or torments of hell? Where are great waves of humbleness? Where is uncommon prowess? See, uncommon prowess, waves of humbleness. But not only that, all things, where is the authoritative preaching? Where is that? That's only a person used by the Lord. The Lord is an authority, right? See, if you're actually a flute of the Lord, you're going to get that kind of authoritativeness sometimes. You're going to see he's also very humble, very humbly. He has waves of humbleness, waves of authority, waves whenever is necessary. Whatever he feels like doing, spontaneously. And it's all beneficial. We need to catch these waves of the Lord coming through. Well, catch the ocean that comes through the waves. You notice you want to catch the wave. You got to ride the wave in the ocean. Otherwise, what happens? People sinking. See, the devotees are the waves in that ocean. See, and you're the surfboard. Isn't it nice? It's fun. You ever surfed? I surf, man. It's fun riding waves. Even body surfing is fun. Yeah, that's right. Riding the waves of the devotees. See the waves. Harikata, lifting up from the ocean. The wave lifts up. See, stands up. Okay? Otherwise, the ocean, it's like a shape changer. Krishna is like a shape changer. He can change from Maya to yoga, Maha Maya to Yoga Maya, just like that. See, so you'll submerge either in the ocean of Yoga Maya, which is the ocean of bliss, or the ocean of Maha Maya, which is the ocean of illusion. I mean, real illusion. Misery and bewilderments and everything. And you rectify it simply by being convinced by a real devotee who's out of the material ocean. See, I just stay under the pastimes of the Lord. I stay under his name. That's the only thing I need. This is the only path. This is the greatest path in the world, man. What I'm preaching here is the greatest path in the world. And you can only preach it if you can chant the holy name with great ecstasy. Otherwise, you will have no authority to teach this, even though you say you're teaching this. But no, you don't have authority to teach this holy name, really. No, it's in the hands of the devotees who chant the holy name in ecstasy, because they produce what Lord Caitanya came to produce: ecstatic love. Awaken your bhakti, awaken your soul. Right? So you can live on soul food, so that Krishna in you can arise and be fed. So you can be the mother of Krishna. What do you think being the gardener is? You got to become that gardener. You come here, we'll make you good gardeners. You'll be pulling weeds, and Krishna will be pulling weeds. And then the garden's looking beautiful. And then you just pour nice water, and there's no weeds, and just nice water. Maybe some weeds sprout out. We just pluck it out, more water. See, on the real plant of devotion. That's what's going on here. Yeah. Otherwise, in Krishna consciousness, people are just continually planting weeds still. They can't get rid of them. They don't have a weed whacker. They need something high tech. Krishna is a high tech man. He knows how to use high tech in a way that destroys all illusions. And this is one of the ways, big way. Facebook Live. Real stream. See, real stream says restream. It says restream. And see, restream means real stream. They should change it to real stream. We've changed the name to real stream because this is the real stream. See, the real stream that goes back to Godhead. That's what you need to get in the jet stream, man. The slip stream. You slip into this, man, and you phew, right there in Vrindavan.
The re also means going back, re-stream, go back.
Yeah, back to there we go. Restream, real stream, reality stream. They're all relevant names. Reality, realization, real. This is what we do. This is how we roll here. Real, reality, streaming back into the real stream. Recondition. See, all these nice re's.
Return.
Yes. Real scream. Yeah. Even once seeing Lord Gaura's handsome face, which overcome with feelings of love of Krishna. and which blossoming lotus eyes filled with a great flood of tears. A person maddened becomes maddened with ever newer and newer feelings of devotional love. See, so you see the devotees like that. They're the Lord uses them to preach the way He did, empowered. He showed the example of being an empowered Vaishnava, worshiping the Lord in ecstasy. And people, whoever would see that, that was appreciative, that was, like a disciple or a follower or a well wisher, their eyes would fill with tears. They would feel enlivened. See, we teach that path here, right? Does that work like that there, Lalita? See, it's like the verse. And unless you see a devotee like that, that's being used by Lord, empowered by Lord Chaitanya to cry these kinds of tears and relish this kinds of ecstasy, then you will not be impressed. It won't make the impression in your heart and awaken your soul. Then you stay in the mundane. You stay, social and Vedic convention or impersonalism. There's a lot of impersonalism in Vaishnavism. Yeah. Especially, they can't reach the place that we've reached, therefore they go impersonal. There's a lot of new age in Vaishnavism. Because they can't reach this place, they won't go this way. They want to listen to those who are not real authorities. Therefore, they trying to climb into the kingdom in some other way, like Jesus said. You got to go through the door. If you go through the door, you get into the kingdom of Vrindavan. If you go some other way, you're always trying to climb in, by your new age preaching, these brahmacharis and gurus now preaching new age, family therapies and stuff. Positive thinking. You don't come here, you're not going to learn positive thinking. You're not going to learn negative thinking. You're going to learn transcendental thinking. See? You're going to get transcendental virtues. You're going to live now on life. Okay? The positive and negative is part of the material dualities. You always have good people and bad people, but devotees can benefit everybody. They have no hatred in their hearts. See, demigods hate demons. Demons hate demigods. So they can't really benefit each other. All they do is declare war. They're just under the modes. And modes are forcing demigods and demons to act in war. The only devotees have overcome that. Devotees with devotion on the devotional path, ecstatically worshiping the Lord. See, hatred is cleansed at their heart. Pride, anger, envy, jealousies, all of that cleansed. See, therefore they don't hate demons or They see it's all under the plan of the Lord. And they use it. It's like for the utility is the principle. Prabhupada taught. Utility is oh yeah, let's use this. No, we're never like, it's like you become like a transcendental Nancy Pelosi. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. Hey man, this is very often that there's a Kamsa type pastime going on here, or Hiranyakashipu scenario going on. Well, we got one now, man. Now we got some action going, man. So we're not going to let this go to waste. This good crisis, see, transcendental. Janardhan. Hey, welcome. Amy, this is the only thing that feels real. It's ironic, too, because to material outside people, they would think the opposite, that the illusion of themselves and their lives is real. That's why when they see this, they think this is illusion because they're an illusion. See, I'm here to convince even them. This is the idea, to convince even those in illusion that they're an illusion. How? Well, they got to see that you have a better happiness than they do. You have to show them that you have a better logic and a critical thinking and intelligence than even good people in the world. You have transcendental understanding of the essence of truth. And that's what the real shelter is. If you don't have it, you don't have the real shelter. See, that's Govardhan, conclusive truth. See? So Lord Chaitanya came to get very clear, conclusive truth, especially at this time. It's very powerful. It liberates ISKCON. Whoever come from it, look, some of you come from ISKCON. You're liberated. Why? You come here and listen. It's taken all those misunderstandings away from you. And gladly, right? You're happy to be free of that, right? What do you need the misconceptions to take shelter of? They don't give very good shelter, do they? The law of attraction, New Age, transcendental meditation, monism, yoga. Ah, you know, yeah, well, they're all, and it's like there's something to hold on to when you don't have this. But I'm here to preach this, man. All you guys following those paths can come here. You come here for 30 days. If somehow or other Krishna gives the intelligence, you'll see this is better than all of it. I've had transcendental meditators come here. They were taking, still wasn't powerful enough to get off drugs. They were taking medications. But they come here after a few days, they just throw their stuff down the toilet. They don't need it. Unless they're addicted to some of these things they put. I'm finding they're putting fentanyl in stuff. You got to watch out, man. There's bad news. Watch out for medications now. The demons are really they're getting mean, man, and they're getting tricky, and they're really trying, so watch out what you take now from the big pharma. They're finding them in medications, fentanyl. That's a bad news thing, man. Highly addicting, and just smelling it kills people. It's that bad, man. People doing these fentanyl busts. A lot of the cops, they're ending up in the hospital or even dying because they smell it or they touch it. The people who make it, many of them die. See, they make it in Mexico. They make the batches, and a lot of them just die, get sick, just from smelling the fumes. This is weird time, man. Watch out, man. Just come here. I keep up on the latest news. I'll tell you. Look, everybody should get the telegram and also Signal. Yeah, get up to speed, man. Yeah. Yeah. And then so you stay up to speed. You don't know, they're always trying to slip things in, and a lot of people here still believe in the government, because we've been conditioned. Believe the doctor, believe the government. See, where's uncommon prowess and the path of intense devotion? See, where is it? Right here. There you go. Where is the path there, Yamuna, of intense devotion? Right here, isn't it? Listen, people of the world. See, the book says that, and we say that by our example. Do you see any more intense devotion than you see here in this Sangha? Where is uncommon prowess or uncommon knowledge, uncommon understanding of Krishna consciousness? The book says it, we do it. See, the deed is here, the deed is here, the deed is here. That's how you know the book, man. That's how after a while, then you're there. Oh, wow, now I understand the book. Yeah, well, because you found the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. See, and now devotion starts to awaken in your heart, which reveals everything. It's the truth. It's all about the girl, Radha. Getting the girl. See, and what's amazing is it's so hard to get the girl or the guy that you really, that you're attracted to in the world. Unless you're really like one of those, real beauties. See, but even that's an illusion. It's all illusion. So hard to get the girl or the guy unless you're like, maybe a whole lifetime you did austerities to get a real beautiful body in this lifetime, and then you get the girl or the guy easily, but then you easily also get the stuff that comes along with it. See? Look at this. Radharani in this age, in this Kali Yuga, saying, hey man, I want to give myself. I'm the girl you all been looking for. And that's who we do. We're here to give the girl, man, as the gift. Pass the girl around. And this girl, man, she's the gal. She's the pure gal. Pure bhakti, pure love. It's purebhakti.com, not com on the computer. Purebhakti.com to you. See? So you get the girl here, and this girl is fantastic. No edge to her. Oh man, you'd be chasing after her, and you'll love it, man. The happiness is in the chase. Krishna loves chasing Radha. It's part of the what do you call it? The taste is in the chase. See, chases down the communion. You got to chase down the communion. That's great. Man. See, this is the girl I got. I finally, man, I'm lucky I didn't get caught up in this other stuff, this external. This is what we preach. You get more and more apparent. This is the girl you're all looking for. Radharani, the transcendental nature of love, reposed on the absolute conception of the absolute truth. What else is there? Yeah. Then now it's an ocean now. Deep, deep, deep immersion. See, nowhere. See, Evo. See, there's no restriction. You can say, oh, I'm negative, I'm this, I'm that. And it doesn't matter. You see, Krishna, because of your faith in this, faith in what we're doing, he gives you the realizations. The pure girl is not Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. No, it's Lolita. She's the Wonder Woman, man. You see that picture I put up of her? Isn't that a great picture? Oh, you didn't see that one? I got it, man. It's fantastic, man. That's her in her spiritual body, man. I only want real, true. Yeah, exactly. That's the love. The love of God is Radha's love. She represents pure devotion. Again, people, oh, Radhe, and they look at a nice picture. Oh, she's so beautiful. Like you see beautiful women, they make nice, oh, she's so beautiful, and the flowers in her hair and all that. But they have no, and then they see where Radha is manifesting, like here. All this devotion, all this ecstasy, all these tears. Well, what is this? That ain't the beauty of Radha. No, the beauty of Radha is all that superficial flowers and, her looking like Gail Gadot. What's her name? Gail Gadot. That's the Radha. You notice the pictures they make the most beautiful women. That's a shadow of the truth. The most beautiful woman needs to be relished in the relationship. You need to really know her by experiencing her and her happiness and being her girlfriend. What do you think? Being the girlfriend, Radha and the gopis, what do the gopis represent? Just close, intimate with Radharani. They're girlfriends. You need to meet a girlfriend. Then they introduce you to Radha. Otherwise, without that introduction, you don't get in. Radhanath ain't going to give you that introduction. He doesn't prove to me that he's a girlfriend. If you're a girlfriend, that means you're really close to Radha. That means you'll have her qualities because you're so close, right? She's transcendental. You're a transcendental being too. Are you awakened or not? Because if you're really close to Radha, you're going to have devotion emanating from them, ecstatic prema emanate. That's a girlfriend of Radha. That's a real guru. That's in our real line. It's time for the high standard now. This is high class devotion, the highest class devotion, transcendental class of devotion. And look, isn't it amazing how much hope people get here? Look at this. If Gaurahari can do it, anybody can do it. See? You're all looking, oh, Radhanath, oh, he's such a perfect devotee. Oh, he lived in a cave and he's so renowned. I've heard this said before. I read the book and he's such a great, I'll never be worthy like him. Oh, really? I don't think you found the real path. Come to the place where the unworthies are. I ain't worthy for this. Lalita ain't worthy of this. None of us are worthy. We just realized, let's go for the mercy. Hey man, the mercy is here. We're just going for it. Being worthy or unworthy is irrelevant. It's all illusion. Just like Janardha says, I'm not even worthy. He's my friend, his guru, right? Or his friend. I'm not even worthy. Worthy, unworthy, man. Let's just get into the truth, man. Ready to drop that one, man. I'm not worthy. I'm worthy, man. It's illusion, man. Worthy, unworthy, but he's worthy, right? He's thinking he's worthy. They're all thinking they're worthy, these guys. And you're the unworthy one. See, it takes the worthy one and the unworthy to dance in this illusion. You see that, Janardhan, how that works yet? If not, keep listening and we'll make it clear. Get you over that. See, to be it takes two to tango, man. You need the worthy one and the unworthy one. That's how ISKCON is going on. That's how Gaudiya Smiti is going on. Their gurus are the worthy ones and they're the unworthy ones, right? Here, we're all unworthy. And we just go for the mercy. We realize the truth. The conclusive truth is, the unworthy ones, we're all unworthy. Every single person on this planet is unworthy of the mercy of the Lord. Prabhupada was unworthy of the mercy of the Lord. Bhaktisiddhanta Bhaktivinoda, they even preach that. We're unworthy of it. But they got it. By some way, the Lord chose them. And they preach conclusive truth, and the worthy and the unworthies come to them eventually. They have to, because they're the only truth in this world. Just like Jesus said, I'm the truth. See? But to be a more conclusive is we're the truth. The flute and the flautist, the axe and the handle, they're the truth. You can't separate them. They swing together. You notice? Ever see swing dancing? Yes, there's two there, and they're both swingers, right? Krishna is the original swinger. There's another swinger too, another American swingers. They're swingers. Yeah. See, swingers, all relationship, everything you see Krishna being pushed by Radha in the swing, right? You think that's just look at that, man. Let's get a swing. And they make the deity, they push the swing. And that's all it is to people. They stay mundane devotees. They don't see the real esoteric meaning of the swing. What the heck does it mean? You think these acharya, you want to think like acharya, come here and you'll know why they wrote these pastimes like they did. See, Krishna is swinging Radharani. She's really in the air, swinging, man. She loved relishing the ras, man. Krishna's swinging. But conclusive truth is the pusher. It pushes. See, pushes her up. She rises up and then comes back into Krishna, into the conclusive truth. And it pushes her up, the bhakti up, man. See, and then comes back. There has not been another person explaining any of these things. These are better than Narayan Raj's stuff. We'll prove it, man. You come listen. You listen to Narayan Raj for 30 years. No bhakti has come. You come and listen to these things and see what happens. Okay? Proof is in the pudding. Prove it. Prove that you have greed, that you'll come here for 30 days and listen attentively. Put your ideas on hold. Put his ideas on hold for a while. You did 20, 30, 40 years. I still haven't been impressed. One lady was with him for 25 years. 20 years, I think it was at the time. 20 years. Was from ISKCON, then she went over there. 20 years. And she said, I was giving a class eating I told this story, but I'll tell it again. Very relevant. I'm eating, in India, in Goa, eating and talking about Lord Chaitanya, great happiness, ecstatic. I just like, oh man, I just loved it, just talking about Lord Chaitanya. And she says, that's really offensive to eat and talk about Krishna. And then she says, are you sure you're pleasing your guru? And I thought, oh, you got that kind of mentality for 20 years with him. Obviously, you didn't make it very far. You don't even understand the conclusive truth of Lord Chaitanya. Even Lord Chaitanya said no hard and fast rules. Chant in a latrine. Like Gorkishore Das Babaji, he chanted in a smelly latrine. He said, "This is better than
Please
being a."
charge the battery is low.
He said, "This is better than being in around smelly and materialists or hypocritically devout persons. I'd rather be in a latrine and where they won't bother me. They won't come around." See, they knew that he was a great saint. See, there's people with material motives. They knew Prabhupada was a great saint. See, they know the crafty intelligence. And you know what they do? Ooh, we got a great saint here. Let's usurp all this stuff. Let's take their energy. Let's take their books, and then we'll arrange them so that we can be like that. They're not like that. See, they go and they change everything in there so that we can be in control, take over. If you listen to Narayan 30 years, be right back on the beer. Yeah. Well, anyway, so the thing is, as I said, he inspired a lot of people. I'll give him that. But it's still speculation. Speculation inspires people. That's why there's a liberation type thing there. You can get liberation, but what we have is hidden until you come this way. This was hidden from them. Proof is you didn't see it manifesting.
He wasn't
Proof.
trustworthy.
Yeah. What?
He was not trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, nobody is trustworthy until you get this, because see, we got to trust the real transcendental potency beyond liberation. There is some liberation stuff. That's why they're impressed over there, because you can get liberation with speculation still. But you can't get this intimate understanding of Vrindavan. That's only here. That's what I've ascertained. From taking initiation from 2 Radhakund Babajis, from Narayan Maharaj, taking initiation, from taking initiation from Tamal Krishna, all circling around back to this place. Prabhupada's book's been the best thing that happened to me. And the essence of the Bible have been the best thing, because they were about real devotees who have real ecstatic devotion. See? So they even though there's some stuff in there, but the Lord helps those devotees who take shelter of the real devotees. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm going to, because I need actually use this internet for some things, I'm going to stop here. Have to go. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I have to go also. I'll be back when it gets lighter. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Lilita. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.